1954, the year of the asteroid, the year of change. It altered the world forever. People began to develop unexplained abilities. Biological, enhanced, nascent talents seemed to appear at random, while others, well, they were just bent. In '58, Alexander Lloyd became America's most wanted criminal, and today he is still at large, but it's much more difficult to hide, and it's becoming harder to do what he does. Annoyed with Lloyd, Book 1 in the Bent series by Christopher Woods, narrated by Deborah Boker, available from Three Ravens Publishing on Amazon.
Atlanta cabbie by day, amateur auto duelist by night, Ricky Turner is living the dream. That is, until he wakes up in a Gold Cross facility to discover his last match was more than a failure. It was a fatality. Indebted for the cost of the clone body and reboot, Ricky heads back to the arena to do the one thing he knows how to do: drive offensively. But at the rate amateur matches pay out, it'll take several lifetimes to pay his debt. Luckily, the AADA has announced a new nationwide road rally designed to challenge even the hardiest of auto-dueling teams. Dead Man's Run. Can Ricky and his clandestine crew traverse the wasteland from Atlanta to Sturgis, survive against packs of cannibals, roving biker gangs, and amateur auto-duelists out to make a name for themselves? Welcome to the world of the Car Warriors Auto-Duel Chronicles. Tales from the freeways of the future, where the right-of-way goes to the biggest guns and death sports rule the airwaves. From clandestine highway battles to primetime arena combat, jump behind the wheel, follow the fast-paced action, and never forget to drive offensively.
Turn on. There we go. Got the camera working. Okay, so I was wondering if it was going to work or not because it just went stupid all of a sudden. All right, so quick little chit chat. Yesterday was interesting. For those who don't know, I kicked off the Kickstarter for the Car Warriors project. Can I share that? I can share that screen. And I did a little, there it is, share. I did a little video for the backers this morning. This thing, it funded the 500 that I was shooting for initially in 3 hours, and it just kept on going and ticking through all the stretch goals. At 3,000, we're doing challenge coins. The last one that hit, let's see, where are we? Where is it? The last stretch goal that we hit was unlocking the powerful Jody Lynn Nye as the lead editor for Go Hard or Go Home, which is going to be our Car Wars anthology. I learned a lot about being prepared. I thought I was prepared. I wasn't nearly prepared enough. So something to learn, something to grow on for the next one. And I'm absolutely going to try this again on another project, possibly Trailer Park or JTF. It has definitely been an interesting learning curve. The feedback that I'm getting, the comments that I'm getting, it's cool and interesting. I've started adding in other stretch goals based on what people are asking for. You know, one of the next ones we just unlocked a new stretch goal last night was full lead character Tuckerization. So they are the main character for the story, and one of us will write a story based around this character. I know Woods is up for it. I haven't talked to Dave or any of the others yet to see who'd be up for it. So we'll just have to see. But worst case, I'll be the one writing it. And that's okay. I don't mind because I like Car Wars. I like the universe. It's fun to play in. Okay, I don't know if StreamYard is going to cooperate with comments. We got one viewer. I don't know if it's Maya or not. But I before I even started this little journey, I saw the potential of what it could be and could do for something. And now I'm seeing that, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work in the process, but we're also spreading the word via another platform about what we're doing and the projects we're working on. So, you know, it's another social media platform unto itself. There was one guy that jumped on there. I'm not going to show names or anything like that. And he got like every Tuckerization that we had, the red shirt, the secondary character, and the primary supporting character. It's just like, holy crap. And I guarantee he's going to be the first one to jump on that lead character Tuckerization as soon as it's unlocked. And that's just like, what the hell? It's cool. But the dude dropped like nearly $1,000 on the Tuckerizations and everything else. How did you do that? If you want to do a Kickstarter, I would not suggest just blindly jumping into it and doing it. Do your research. I have been researching how to do a Kickstarter and how to properly go about it, make it successful for months. Honestly, it was a lot of procrastination because I didn't want to do something that was going to fail. So I kept putting it off, kept putting it off. And it's like the universe finally said, okay, now it's time. And just the timing set up right to where we talked about it at LibertyCon. We talked about it at Imaginarium. It was in pre-release during the Imaginarium or pre-launch. And now for DragonCon, it's going to be live. And we're doing Car Wars and Car Warriors panels at DragonCon this year. So we'll be able to talk about it. Talk about the fiction and all this and that. I get to do hardbacks now. The people decided they wanted hardbacks, so we're going to do hardbacks. At some point, I know some of the other stretch goals that we got are alternate covers and things like that, limited edition runs. There's a lot of limited edition stuff. Like, I know a bunch of y'all that saw Buster sitting on our table at LibertyCon and Imaginarium. He was our prototype, but there's a couple of Busters going to be available. A friend of ours did him. And I don't know if you saw the Word Witch with her squid hat. The same friend crocheted that. And he's making some of Dave's octopus hats that's in Burning Roads. So it's going to be a limited edition thing that I'm not going to kill David to try and get him to make a whole crap ton of them. But it's going to be something cool that you can get that not many other people is going to get. And it's going to be straight from one of the books. And I know the listing that I put up on there. Let's see, where rewards, is it in here? Is it the add-ons? I think it was add-ons. Yeah, it's in the add-ons. I put a picture of the actual Dave that Dave was based on, wearing his hat. Oh, where is it? I don't even know where it's at. Because there it is. Because David, the crocheter, it won't let me zoom in on that. He made one that I carried down to the Dave that was the character was based on. And he dug it. He put that thing on and wore it while we were out to lunch at the restaurant down there in Atlanta where he's living at. But no, it's doing a Kickstarter is a lot of work up front, but it's got a lot of potential on the back end, depending on how you're doing it, how you're setting it up. Hopefully we get a little bit more on here. I mean, I got 43 more days to go. I'm going to be pushing it and pushing it. We'll see where it ends up. I'd love to see the Tuckerizations get ate up. That would be cool as hell. But yeah, just don't jump into it feet first without doing your research, because you can get yourself into a world of hurt. You got to remember that Kickstarter, whatever that number is, they're taking 5% of that off the top. Then after that, you got to pay taxes on everything that you just got in. More than a few projects have been floundered because they didn't think about that aspect of it. So whatever comes in, you need to save back probably 25% at least, or talk to your CPA or what it is. It might be something special since this is a fundraiser, but it still counts towards income. And if I remember right, Kickstarter will supply a 1099 to you for the funds received. So, things you got to plan into it when you're figuring out your tier levels and your add-ons. If you're doing physical things like, books, okay, what's it actually cost me for the book? What's it going to cost me for the shipping? How much are they going to take for their percentage? How much am I going to have to pay in taxes? Then how much you're going to get out of it. And, some of these, it's Maya. Oh, thank you, Maya, for the link. Damn it, I saw you and now I brain farted. What was I saying?
Shipping physical items.
Shipping physical items. Yeah, that's right. Pay real close attention to what you're doing. Some of our items we're making minimal on, but it's more about the fans and getting cool swag than it is making a little bit of cash on that piece. Like, t-shirts, they're not cheap on short runs. Anything small batch is going to cost you a lot more than if you're buying 100, 200 at a time. So not everything is going to be a damn good moneymaker. Anything electronic, that's going to be where you make your money on these things. So the ebooks, audio, well, I'm not doing audio on this one, but if you're doing audio, the Tuckerizations, I mean, that's going to cost me time to write in characters. So that's not a big deal. And that might not even just be me. We'll have whatever characters we got to work with, and I'm going to try to balance it with letting those who bought the Tuckerizations pick what author they want to work with if they know the author, or we find the best balance of where it would be for the voice, or who needs that type of character, So we'll find the best place or best home for it. But cost-wise, that doesn't cost us anything. So little things like that, you got to pay real close attention so you don't screw yourself over, because you could end your project really quick on a down note. Yeah, that's it. That's my little 10 minutes. Oh, more than 10 minutes. That's my little spiel for today. And midweek, y'all take it easy. Don't work too hard. Keep putting words down, y'all. Oh, Three Ravens Discord server. You need somebody to keep you accountable. The writing sprint started about 0400 in the morning. Come on and join us. I will catch you. Look, I got the button. See right here, Maya. Later.
There is a thin wall between our world and that of the Fae. The passions and emotions stirred by violence and combat bleed over, and the supernatural often awakes from long slumber to meddle in mortal affairs. There have always been those among us willing to meet the supernatural threat. They are the men and women of Joint Task Force 13. They hold the line between heaven and hell. JTF 13 from Three Ravens Publishing. Available on Amazon. Do you love sparkly vampires? Well, too bad, because you won't find a single one of those fancy bloodsuckers in this collection. It came from the Trailer Park, a fun collection of horror and old-school creature feature with a hefty helping of B-rate tropes thrown in for good measure. From aliens to demons to werewolves and so many more, you're sure to fall in love with these tales of the macabre. So come on in, take a load off, and get yourself ready for 19 unforgettable tales straight from the Trailer Park. It Came from the Trailer Park, from Three Ravens Publishing, narrated by Talon Beeson. Available on Amazon.